Hi, welcome to Step 2 Maths. Our today's topic is quadratic equations. Suppose we want to make a rectangular box and its area is given. Instead of giving the value of length and breadth, mention only the relation between length and breadth. That is, length is 1 meter more than twice its breadth. Then how we can find the value of length and breadth? In this type of situations, we use quadratic equations. What is quadratic equation? If a polynomial with its degree 2 is a quadratic polynomial. If that polynomial is equate with 0, it becomes an equation. That type of equations are quadratic equations. Let us check the rectangular box example. Let the breadth of the rectangular box is equal to x, and the relation between breadth and length is 1 meter more than twice the breadth. Suppose area equal to 200 meters square. Using these informations, we write an equation, that is area is length into breadth, that is here length 2x plus 1 into x, that is equal to 200. If we remove the bracket, then 2x square plus x minus 200. Write the 200 in the LHS side. Now this is a quadratic polynomial. If we write equal to 0, it becomes a quadratic equation. A quadratic polynomial is equated to 0, then we get a quadratic equation. Consider this equation. This equation involving one variable x and its maximum index is 2, then that type of equations are quadratic equations. What is the standard form or general form of a quadratic equation? Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. This is the general form of a quadratic equation. A, b, c are real numbers, and there is one more condition: a not equal to 0. If a is equal to 0, then this term become 0, and then it's not become a quadratic equation. Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 is the general form of a quadratic equation. Some equations are here. Check whether these equations are quadratic or not. Consider the first equation. X square plus 5x minus 2 is equal to 0. This is in the form of quadratic equation. It's directly clear. X square, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. That means this is a quadratic equation. Consider the second one. M plus 2 into m minus 5 is equal to 0. If we remove the brackets, that means multiply these two terms, then it becomes m square, m into m square, minus 5m plus 2m is minus 3m minus 10 equal to 0. M square minus 3m minus 10 is equal to 0. This is also a quadratic equation. Next is m cube plus 3m square minus 2 is equal to 3m square. Check this equation. Here there is only one variable m, but the highest index is 3. If the highest index is 3, then the equation is not a quadratic equation. This equation is not a quadratic equation. Check the fourth one. Y square plus 1 by y equal to 2. If we rearrange this equation, y cube plus 1 equal to 2y. That is, we rearrange this equation. Y cube minus 2y plus 1 is equal to 0. Here the highest power of the variable is 3. That means this is also not a quadratic equation. Consider this equation. X square plus 3x plus 1 is equal to x plus 2 square. If we rearrange it into a general form, then x square plus 3x plus 1 equal to, expand this form using expansion equation. That is x square plus 4x plus 4. Now simplify this equation. X square plus 3x plus 1 is equal to x square plus 4x plus 4. X square minus x square. Then that 2 becomes cancelled. 3x plus 1 is equal to 4x plus 4. 3x minus 4x is, that is minus x minus 3 equal to 0. The given equation is this one, and after simplifying, this equation become minus x minus 3 is equal to 0. That means this equation does not contain a term with x square. That means this is not a quadratic equation. Consider this equation and these equations. These equations are appear to be quadratic, but when we simplify it, not quadratic equation. Consider this equation. X cube minus 4x square minus x plus 1 equal to x minus 2 cube. First simplify this equation. Expand the RHS form, a minus b the whole cube. This become x cube minus 6x square plus 12x minus 8. X cube minus 6x square plus 12x minus 8. The RHS side. Left hand side is x cube minus 4x square minus x plus 1. Now simplify the equation. X cube. That means these two terms are cancelled. Minus 4x square minus 6x square. Then it become 2x square minus x minus 12x minus 13x plus 1 minus 8 is plus 9 equal to 0. Now the given equation becomes 2x square minus 13x plus 9. It's clear. It is a quadratic equation. The given equation actually appears a cubic equation, that is the power is 3. But when we simplify, it turns into a quadratic equation. That means first simplify the given equation, then only decide whether the given equation is a quadratic or not. Consider these equations. Our question is, write these equations in the general form of a quadratic equation, that is ax square plus bx plus c, and find the value of a, b and c. Consider the first one. X square minus 9 is equal to 13. How we can rewrite this? X square minus 22 equal to 0. Then this is not in the general form. So we can rewrite x square plus 0x minus 22 equal to 0. X square plus 0x minus 22 is equal to 0. Now this is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c, and the value of a is value of a equal to 1, value of b equal to 0, value of c is equal to minus 22. Consider the next one. P into 3 plus 6p is equal to minus 5. How we can rearrange this equation? 3p plus 6p square is equal to minus 5, that is equal to 6p square plus 3p plus 5 is equal to 0. Here the value of a is 6, b is 3 and c is 5. Consider this one. What is the first step? Expand this term. X square minus 2x plus 1 is equal to 2x plus 3. X square minus 4x minus 2 is equal to 0. If we simplify this, equation become x square minus 4x minus 2 is equal to 0. Here the value of a is 1, value of b equal to minus 4, and value of c is equal to minus 2. In this way, we can rearrange a given equation into quadratic equation. First we simplify the given equation, then we can determine whether it is quadratic or not. Then write in its general form. That means in this case the term including x is missing. So we write it as 0x and then find the values of a, b and c. Next we check how we can represent some situations into quadratic equations. First one, the product of two consecutive positive integers is, assume 306. Then how we can find the value of these integers? The product of two consecutive positive integer is 306. Let assume the first integer, positive integer is, first positive integer is equal to x. The second one is x plus 1. Then its product, that is x into x plus 1, and given 306. Now we simplify this. X square plus x minus 306 is equal to 0. The given situation is represented into form of a quadratic equation. Consider another situation. Suppose Rohan's mother is 26 years older than him. After 3 years, the product of their age is 360. Then how we can find Rohan's present age? First, Assume Rahul's present age is X, then mother's age is, she is 26 years older than Rahul. After 3 years, what is Rohan's age? X plus 3, and mother's age is X plus 29. After 3 years, the product of their age is 360. That means, how we can represent that information? X plus 3 into X plus 29 equal to 360. Simplify this equation. X square plus 3x plus 29, x is 32x plus 3 into 29 minus 360 minus 273 equal to 0. X square plus 32x minus 273 is equal to 0. If we simplify this above equation, then the equation become x square plus 32x minus 273. If we solve this equation, we get the value of x, that is the present age of Rohan. In this section, we discuss about what is a quadratic equation. What is the general form of a quadratic equation? Next, how we can determine whether the given equation is quadratic or not. And finally, the way of representing the given situation in the form of quadratic equation. Thank you.